Okay, so when they say there's a customization needed, professional installation needed, I can see what they were talking about. Because in order for me to get to that thing, I have to remove this whole stupid thing. Okay, the lights. Which means that I went ahead and removed this clipping here, right? And this other clipping down here. If you can see it, alright. And then this one right here. So I did that with one of these pliers because you can squeeze it and then yank it out. So then this whole thing comes off. Once you get those bolts out, you can go ahead and just pull it if there is nothing that's grabbing onto the light. So let me go ahead and do that. Okay, so I'm going to take my phone here. I can just do it like this. Let's see. Okay, I don't want to drop it, so. Okay, there it is. So there's one headlight so far. Go ahead and put it on the ground. All right. Because you don't want to put it somewhere and then drop it, and there you go. There's your headlight. You have to buy a new one. So I remove the headlight. Now I can get myself in that little thing right here because that's the whole point. I couldn't access it. I need to get rid of it. Once I do that, I'll have to do the same thing to the other side. So that's kind of customization, guys. So for most of you that use your car for transportation to go to work, I recommend doing this part, dry fitting it, and then just leaving the new bumper. You know, who cares? And then in time you'll get it fixed instead of putting the old one back and then taking it off and then putting this one back because you don't want people to see what you're doing. Okay, who cares? That's what customization is for. I use this right there, and I use this to get this freaking, this is like a wisdom tooth, okay? Because it was a pain in the ass to get out. Okay, this thing goes in here like that, okay? And that goes into the little screw, and it goes into this round circle, okay? You know what I mean? So that's how that crap goes. And you got to take this out because after all, guys, you're doing customization work here. So you'll literally need to get a bolt, and you have to drill your own holes and get something with either the nut right here or something bolted, because you don't really need this. You know, you're not gonna go ahead and start measuring. You know what I mean? There's just not enough room in there for you to play with, and if you go beyond this point, you messed up the whole thing. Okay, so you don't want to do that. So you got to think about it. You know, you can just get another bolt, put it there, and that's it. This is customization work, so you don't really need this. All right, you see how it goes? See that? It's just hooked on like that. It just sits there. That's all it does. There you go, see? That's the original. That's Nissan. Good engineering, but we're doing customization work. Okay, so now that we've gotten this, we may have to do the same thing on the other side. So I went ahead and removed the passenger headlight. And what I also did is that I removed this stupid thing again, right? So it belonged right here. And of course this thing sits on the bumper. So that's what it looks like. Once you get that done, then you can start fitting this and nothing will get in the way. I realized that there was something else that needed to be done. You see that? There is that stupid thing. There's another one right here, just like the one that was over here. But this one was much easier to remove than this one. This one you have to squeeze it, and you have to squeeze it with the pliers and kind of do that and wiggle it and push it as you're wiggling it. It's a pain in the ass to get this one out. So we're almost there. Here's what it looks like so far. It's not bolted in yet. And there's a couple of things that we have to do. You see, if you see it, this is where it begins, and you have to push it in this way on this side. And this side looks like it's perfect where it should be. So now there are some openings right here, and we have to do something about that because there's obviously a lot of things to be done to this to this kit before you even put the bolts in. Haven't done anything here, by the way. So before I do anything with the bolts, I should make sure it works on all ends and find out what's going on underneath.